Hello there, this is 𝑷𝒐𝒏𝒕 and this Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends Unite. And today, I'll be dropping my Pininfarina Battista in multiplayer to do a podium count, which is a series of videos where I drop the car in multiplayer too, where the matchmaking is done through the current car rank as opposed to the maximum possible rank. And this allows for some really cool matchups even with cars that are not at max stars, which is the case for my Battista. Before I jump into it though, you know what to do. If you like my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe. When you do that, you help the channel to continue growing, and in that way I can continue making these videos for you. So go ahead, do it for 𝑷𝒐𝒕. But alright. So, as I was just mentioning, in multiplayer 2, the matchmaking happens with the rank of your car, the current rank, where, for example, in MP1, in multiplayer 1, it happens with the maximum possible. Where's my car? There it is. With the maximum rank. So, the Battista normally at 6 stars would be a rank of what, like 4,600, something like that. I don't quite know. So, obviously, my car at 3,300 would be incredibly underranked, but over here, it should be matched with cars somewhere close to this rank. It could be like anywhere from a couple hundred points above or below. Sometimes it gets crazy and it's like 500, 600, 700 points. It doesn't matter. It might still get interesting. And as you can see, I have the car only at 1 star, and I will tell you how I got it here, but for now, let's just have a quick look. I have everything as upgraded as I could. I'm surprised that a 6-star class S car at 1 star can have 82 of acceleration, but you can see that the speed is low. Handling, it's okay, and nitro, it's okay as well, but yeah, definitely not something that would shine very much in Class S. But over here, let's test it out. Now, the reason for me to bring this car for this video is because it's somewhat topical. You know that right now there is the tour slash unleash or whatever of the Pininfarina Nino Battista edition. So I don't remember what is the name of that thing, which is basically this same car, but with a red livery, looking kind of fancy, and in a different class. The stats are slightly different. I've already talked about that. So we'll see if that car can be unlocked eventually for free. As I said before, I think that more than a regular Unleash, that's going to be one of those events that is going to be repeating over a certain amount of months. But I don't know for sure. We'll hope. We'll see what happens, and I hope that it's indeed going to be the case. But either way, I thought, hey, might as well drive the other Battista, the one that I do own. And 𝑷𝒐𝒕, how do you own the Pininfarina Battista? Well, because this was really, sold in a Legend Pass in Asphalt 9 some years ago. I don't remember, but it was precisely for Black Friday, I think, or Thanksgiving or something like that. Well, I mean, it's the same season, I suppose, but you know, different focus. Oh, Jesus, stop spinning! Oh, whoa. Okay. Well, thank you for all that, car. Love when you start spinning and going into helicopter mode. Yeah, so this was a car that you could get not for free. I keep on trying to say for free, but not for free. If you got the Legend Pass whenever this happened, you would get all the blueprints needed to unlock this car, like a guarantee. So that was kind of neat. If you were going premium at a time, you were able to unlock this, and that's exactly what I did here on the Nintendo Switch, because that's the version that I'm playing. And well, that's how I got the car. Look at that! First race, I did get defeated by a much faster car, which is the 𝑷𝒐𝒅𝒊𝒖𝒎, but still, I did get a 2nd place, defeating the SF9 Stradalis, Chiron, Aventador SV, a Centenario, and 2 P1s. I'm gonna say that's a pretty good result, all things considered, given the rank and not fantastic top speed of my car, but hey, I'll take it. And I just put the podium count on the top left. We have 1 podium, looking good. But yeah, so it's kind of curious because now, again, in this Black Friday season, well, we know that there's going to be the burst of speed for it. I've already talked about it in the previous video. I'll link it on the top right if you want to watch that. But overall, what I'm more interested on is precisely the Legend Pass, or excuse me, Unite Pass that it's coming, because apparently, we're going to be able to unlock the, what is it, the Rematch Nevera Time Attack or whatever. It's a Nevera, but with the other livery. And yeah, that's going to be through the Legend Pass, Unite Pass. I don't know, you'll have to forgive me if I keep on calling it Legend Pass. Come on, I've called it that for the longest time. So yeah, anyway. So I believe that is a key car, and I've already talked about my concern about if it's a key car, will it be something similar to what happened with the 𝒐𝒐𝒊𝒖𝒎 in the Raging Bull Spit season, which happened years ago, which was an absolute debacle. It was a horrible situation. Hopefully it's not gonna be anything like that. And given that in years past we got this car in the Legend Pass, the Battista, just like that by buying the Legend Pass, I want to believe it's gonna be something similar for the other car, that other car, whatever. All right, look at that. I got a first place. That is more than a podium. That is straight up a W. I'm still thinking if I should add a proper W counter over here as well on the screen. But for now, we're still counting podiums. That definitely is. Beating a 𝒐𝒅𝒊𝒖𝒎, a Huracan Evo, a Stereo, a 𝒂𝒂𝒐𝒅𝒊𝒖𝒎, 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒑, and 𝒂𝒑 Battista. I would have expected the Lycan and the 𝒂𝒂𝒑 to put up more of a fight, but hey, you know, it happens. Random stuff happens in multiplayer. It's fine. Oh, hey, look, it's the Pininfarina edition. It's the same car, but in red. Obviously, I'm kidding. This is just a regular one, but I don't know. I was hoping that the Nino Battista edition was going to be somehow different other than just having a different color, or livery, I suppose, but still. And I'm going to say that at least on the first 2 races that I've done with this car, because by the way, I've never really played with this thing in MP2 before, so I'm really just finding out now how it performs. It seems to be performing quite alright. I mean, yeah, sure, there's still cars that are much faster, but then again, they're not gonna be as agile as this is, because even at 1 star, this is not bad when it comes to agility. And excuse me for me clearing my throat, it happens. But yeah, this is performing relatively alright, and I'm kind of positively surprised about it. I've said before, maybe you haven't heard me talk about this, but I've said that I'm not a big fan of the Pininfarina because I always thought that was a boring looking car. I know, hear me out. Not trying to convince you, just gonna give you my perspective. I'm used to other crazy looking cars, and in general, electric cars to me are not very appealing. And then I saw this one and it didn't seem all that exciting. But then I saw some other electric cars that are even more boring looking than this, and I was like, okay, never mind. I'm actually starting to appreciate now the Battista, and now I actually don't dislike it. I think it looks nice. Not my favorite, but you know, I don't dislike it as much as I did before. Look at that. Well, to be fair, there's a lot of 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒖𝒎s over there. Is that the plural for 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒖𝒎s? All right, let me put down the podium over there. Yeah. So Neo EP9, Alfieri, Aventador SV, and a ton of 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒖𝒎s. All right, fair enough. Oh, hello. There's gonna be a lot of P1s over there. But yeah, so just to give you an idea of what I was talking about, the look of the car. So, like I said, when I saw it first, I was like, nah, that's not a very interesting looking car. Like, I didn't find it ugly or anything, I just didn't find it very exciting. But then I saw the 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒖𝒎, and I'm like, wow, that's somehow even more boring. I'm sorry, I don't like particularly 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒖𝒎. Not that it's a bad looking car or anything, again, just find it boring in terms of looks. And then I got to see the 𝒐𝒊𝒖𝒎, and I'm like, holy moly, that's the pinnacle of boring looking. I'm sorry, I don't like it. So that's when I saw that, I was like, okay, you know what? Looking back at the Battista, now I'm actually starting to appreciate the Battista for what it is. It doesn't look anywhere as boring. It has more shapes, more sharp lines here and there. So yeah, no, I appreciate it. And yeah, nowadays I don't dislike this car anymore. I do consider that at least of the electrics that I've seen in this game, for the hypercar electrics, yeah, the 𝒐𝒂𝒊𝒖𝒎 is the most boring looking one. What do you guys think? Why don't you let me know in the comments? Do you actually like the look of the 𝒐𝒊𝒖𝒎? And okay, let's formulate the question this way. Which one do you like more in terms of looks? Just in looks, not performance or anything, in looks. The Battista, the 𝒐𝒊𝒖𝒎, or the Rimac Nevera? Which one do you like more? Look at that, an FX6K beat me. Okay, fair enough, it's considerably higher rank, but still, that's not a very agile car, so hey, well done. A ton of P1s and a Centenario at the very end. Oh man, sad Lambo at the end. It's fine, let's ride that podium. Nice. Alright, over here, I'm not gonna hope to get an amazing result, because it's somewhat top speed oriented. And I thought I saw some faster cars over there, but now that I see it again, I'm not sure anymore. Anyway, so we'll see how it goes. I painted the car in this peculiar green, this car in the official colors, and because I only have it at 1 star, I cannot do custom colors. But it does have a lot of quote-unquote official colors, and it has 2 greens. One regular green, and this one that I'm using right now, which is a very peculiar green with some weird palish green with a little bit of yellow to it. I don't know how to describe it. It looks cool in the garage. Over here, I'm not saying it. It just looks like pale green, so hey, it's fine. At the end of the day, I still prefer, or rather, I still like the fact that there's color options for cars like this. You know that I am a massive, massive hater of cars that only have like one single official color. Like, really? Just that? Or cars like the Huracan Super Trofeo Evo that has two colors, supposedly, one fancy one and the other one just being a straight up full black. And I'm like, really? You call that another custom color? I could have done that in the custom colors myself. I'm fine. I'm fine. That's gonna be another podium. Holy moly. We are, what, 5 for 5? Let me write it down. Yeah, look at that. 5 podiums. Now, I did get defeated by the Jag XJ220S. Oh, wait, I thought I was third place. How did I get in second? Wasn't I third? I was fourth for a while. Exiting the little tunnel with the turn to the right, I noticed that someone crashed, and that's how I got to third, but I don't know at what point I got second. Anyway, defeated the Super Electra J50, Renault SO1, Centenario, Diablo, and J50. Then yeah, I guess the fastest one was the Jag, because all of the other ones are not particularly fast. All right. And I know that I'm going to talk now about a different game, but just hear me out on this. This car in Asphalt 8, you may know that I also play Asphalt 8 quite a bit. Apparently this car at stock, it's surprisingly good for multiplayer. Like nothing amazing, you know, but like very, very much usable, which is not the norm for stock cars in that game. So I thought of mentioning that because over here, the car is not at stock, but it's at 1-star, which is almost at stock. And yet it seems to be performing quite alright over here in MP2. So hey, is that a common thread between those two, between the car and the two games? I don't know, but hey. Oh, good. Now, in the same ranks, well, a little bit higher rank, like 3500, I think is where you see more often the 𝑷𝒐𝒅𝒊𝒖𝒎 Bailey, which is way, 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 way faster than this at a very low rank as well. Now, this thing, as you saw, I think it was on the first race, that you can still get matched with it because it's only a few hundred ranks above this. So remember at the start of the video when I said that the difference of rank can be a few hundred points or maybe like 500-700, whatever. It really has to do with, you know, which position in the matchup for that particular lobby you're on. Because obviously, I've always said that you get matched against cars that are somewhere like 300 points above or 300 points below, right? But sometimes you just happen to be the car at the top of that threshold. And I'm going to be a car of 3,300, and everyone else is going to be a car of 2,900 or something like that. Maybe there's someone who's going to be at the bottom, and they're going to be at 2,500. They're going to be like, oh my god, that's 800 points of difference. But yeah, that's just kind of how the matchmaking works. That's going to be the 6th podium. Holy smokes. Defeated by the Volcano, which is a faster car. Look at that. It's actually 400 points under the rank of my car, but still did much better. But I did beat the Sagaris, Victor, LaFerrari, Viper GTS, Husaria, and Solus. Ooh, love to see a Solus. So yeah, if at some point you feel like the matchmaking is incredibly unfair, and oh my god, why did I get matched against a car that is 800 points above? Just keep in mind that it's a matter of randomness. Sometimes you will be in the middle of the pack in the average rank of the lobby. Sometimes you're gonna be at the top and you're gonna be overranked over everybody, and the lowest ranked person is gonna see you as, oh my god, that dude is like 800 points above. And sometimes you will also be at the bottom of that matchmaking. You will be the lowest ranked car. There's gonna be cars in the middle which are gonna be a few hundred points above, and the ones that are at the very top which are gonna be quite a lot farther or higher ranked than you are. So it's alright, it happens. Overall, I've been enjoying quite a bit MP2, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I haven't been playing a whole lot of MP1. You have seen that I haven't done a lot of videos on that, and oh god, that just has to do with the fact that I find it a little bit boring. And I don't know what you guys think. I saw someone talking about this on Reddit recently. Oh, for frog's sakes, man. Well, no, this is gonna break my streak of podiums. No! For sakes, man. I'm fine. I was hoping I was gonna go a perfect podium count over here, but no. I wrecked. Jesus Christ. This could have been beautiful. Alright, got defeated by a GTR Nismo of all things. Look at that. A Vanda, Ferrari FXXK, J50, I did beat an NSX, Sagaris, and a Pininfarina H2. So yeah, I saw someone talking on Reddit precisely about this thing that I've been saying for a while now, that I miss being able to play in competitive multiplayer with lower class cars, because, you know, you are in Gold League by the time the season ends. Next season, you're still gonna be in Gold League. A little bit lower in the sub-leagues, but you're still gonna be in Gold. Or if you were in Platinum, you're gonna stay in Platinum. So you don't really have much of an opportunity to drive against your Class D cars competitively or your Class C cars competitively. Your Class B, yeah, but you know, I think you understand what I'm saying, right? I do miss that. I really do. I like playing with those cars as well, and while I can drive them in MP2 over here, you know that I've talked also about how a lot of the higher tier cars of a certain class are incredibly overranked. So what good is 4,000 rank Gallardo gonna do against 300 points on the rank compared to that 𝑷𝒐𝒅𝒊𝒖𝒎 that goes over 100 kilometers faster, you know? So yeah, I do miss a little bit that. Why don't you let me know in the comments if you miss it as well, or if it's just me and a few crazy people. Let me write down this podium. Man, it could have been an 8-for-8 podium over here, but it wasn't. I got defeated by the GT Bailey in the P1. I did beat a Chiron, P1, Centenario, a Valkyrie, and a Faraday. But yeah, I do miss playing with those lower ranked cars, or rather lower class cars as well. And unfortunately in MP2, that's just not very doable anymore because of how this whole thing works. I've said it a lot of times. This multiplayer mode is fantastic for the cars that are at low stars. Even if they're at 6-star cars, but you have it at low stars, that's where you can have fun with them. Or even cars that are max stars, but that are low stars, like 4-star cars. Those are a lot of fun too. 5 and 6 stars, that's when it starts getting a little bit complicated to do. But yeah, I don't know, I miss it. Let me know in the comments if you miss that as well, or if it's just me. But that's all for today. If you enjoyed the video, once again, hit the like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.